Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Law Junction platform. Today I will discuss the Airport Security Force Act 1975. This act is very important to understand the organization of Airport Security Force as well as for the students of Assistant Director ASF and Inspector ASF and candidates of Federal Public Service Commission. So we will proceed to the act, to the text of the act. The Airport Security Force Act 1975, Act number 47 of 1975, Section 1, Short Title, Extent, Application and Commencement, Section 2, Definition, Section 3, Power to constitute and maintain the Airport Security Force and its functions, Section 4, Constitution of Airport Security Force, Section 5, Administration of the Force, Section 6, Powers and Duties of Officers and Members, Section 7, Liabilities of Officers and Members, 7A, Officers and Members to be subject to the Pakistan Army Act 1952, 7B, Consequence of Sentence, Imprisonment, 7C, Suspension, 7D, Place of imprisonment, 7E, Capture of deserters, 7F, Appeal and revision, 7G, Appointment of officers and other members of the force, Article 8, Indemnity, 9, Delegation of power by federal government, 10, Delegation of powers by the force commander, 11, Power to make rules, 12, Power to make regulations, and 13, repeal. So this act is very important for the organization and understanding and function of the Airport Security Force. Airport Security Force is a department which is functioning with the Civil Aviation Authority, because all airports of Pakistan are the property of Civil Aviation Authority. So Airport Security Force, ASF, commonly known as ASF, is very important for the maintaining law and order inside and outside with their jurisdiction at the airports of Pakistan. So now we will proceed to the text of Airport Security Force Act 1975. The Airport Security Force Act 1975, Act number 47 of 1975, an act to provide for the constitution and regulation of the Airport Security Force, preamble, whereas it is expedient to provide for the constitution and regulations of the Airport Security Force for ensuring security of all aerodromes, airports, aircrafts and civil aviation installations, and for the maintenance of law and order therein, and for matters connected herewith or thereto. It is hereby enacted as follows. Chapter 1, Section 1, Short Title, Extent, Application and Commencement. This act may be called the Airport Security Force Act 1975. Section 2, it extends to all aerodromes and airports, all civil aviation stations, centers or offices in Pakistan, all Pakistan air services and activities relating to civil aviation. Section 3, it shall apply to all members and officers of the force, whatever they may be. Section 4, it shall come into force at once. Section 2, definitions. Subsection 1, in this act, unless there is anything repugnant in the subject or context, A, aerodromes mean any area of land or water designed, equipped, set apart or commonly used for, intended to be used either wholly or in part for affording facilities for the landing, departure and movement of aircraft, and includes all buildings, sheds, vessels, piers, installations and equipment and other structure thereon or appertaining therein, but does not include any aerodrome which is exclusively used by the Pakistan Air Force or any portion of aerodrome which is used by Pakistan Air Force. Subsection B, aircraft means any machine which can drive sport in the atmosphere from the reactions of the air other than the reactions of the air against the earth's surface and includes balloons, weather captive or free airships, kites, gliders and flying machines. Subsection 3 C, airport means an aerodrome at which facilities have, in the opinion of the federal government, been sufficiently developed to be important to civil aviation. Subsection D, air service means a service of aircraft for any purpose of civil aviation, whether aerial work, public sport or otherwise. Subsection E, airside means the movement area of an aerodrome, adjacent terrain and building or portions thereof access to which is controlled by force. Subsection F, competent authority means any officer or authority designed as such by a federal government. Subsection G omitted. Subsection H, force means the airport security force constituted under section 3. I, force commander means the commander in charge of the force. J omitted. K, member means a person other than an officer who is appointed to the force and has signed an affirmation in the form set out in the first schedule. I, officer means a person who is appointed to force and has signed an affirmation in the form set out in the first schedule. M, operator means a person, organization or enterprise engaged in or offering to engage in aircraft operation. Prescribed means the prescribed by the rules or regulations. O, purpose of civil aviation include any purpose connected with civil aviation and with air navigation except purposes of defense by air. P, regulation means regulation made under this act, and Q, rules mean rules made under this act. Chapter 2, main section 3, power to constitute and maintain the airport security force and its functions. Subsection 1, the federal government may constitute and maintaining a force to be called the airport security force for performing the following functions, namely: subsection A, ensuring security of all airports, aerodromes, aircraft, civil aviation installation within the limits of airports and aerodromes, and for guarding civil aviation against act of unlawful interference or such interference. Subsection B, ensuring security of all structures, equipments, material and installations belonging to operators and other government or non-government organizations within the limits of airports and aerodromes. C and D omitted. E, ensuring the proper conduct of persons at airport and aerodromes, including control of surface, vehicles and drivers within the limits of airports and aerodromes. Subsection F, ensuring security of aircraft passenger, baggage, cargo and mail within the limits of airports and aerodromes. H, general maintenance of law and order within the limits of airports or aerodromes in conjunction with the police and taking cognizable of all offences committed at the airports and aerodromes under any law for the time being in force. And subsection main section 2, the force commander shall exercise his powers and performs his functions under the general supervision and direction of the federal government. Chapter 3, main section 6, powers, exit duties of officers and members. Subsection 1, an officer or member shall, subsection A, take effective measures to ensuring security of all airports, aerodromes, aircraft and civil aviation installations within the limits of airports and aerodromes, and for safeguarding civil aviation against act of unlawful interference. Subsection B, safeguard aircraft passengers, baggage, cargo, and mail within the limits of aerodromes and airports. Subsection C, prevent unauthorized person and vehicle from access to the airside or other areas important to the security of the aerodromes and airports. D, require the operation of aircraft registered in Pakistan to conform to the prescribed civil aviation security equipments. E, take effective measures for preventing hijacking, sabotage, placement of car bombs, letter bombs, and dangerous article and carriage of arms and ammunition into the restricted areas of the airports, aerodromes, and aircraft, except as authorized by him, and shall, as soon as the detects any contraband on the persons or in the baggage of any person checked by him, notify it to the customs staff available at the airports or aerodromes for appropriate action under the Custom Act 1969, Act 4 of 1969. Subsection F, such arms and ammunition and equipment as may be authorized by the force commander or an officer authorized by him for the purpose of this act. Subsection G, search and arrest without warrant any person whom he suspects of endangering or attempting to endanger or having endangered the safety of an aerodrome or airport or an aircraft or a civil aviation installation, and may use such force as may be necessary in the discharge of his duties aforesaid. And subsection H, perform such other functions as the competent authority may require him to perform. Subsection 1A, the force commander may use the previous approval of the federal government, call for military assistance in connection with post-landing and anti-hijacking operations at an airport or aerodromes, and when he does so, all officers and members and civil agencies operating at the airports or aerodromes shall function in accordance with the directions of the military authority rendering such assistance. Section 2, an officer for the purpose of this act shall exercise within the area in which this act apply all the powers conferred on an officer in charge of a police station under the Police Act 1861, Act 5 of 1861, and the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, Act 5 of 1899, Chapter 4, Section 7, liabilities of officers and members. It shall be the duty of every officer and member promptly to obey and execute all orders and instructions issued by him by any competent authority. Subsection 2, every officer and member shall be liable to serve whether he is required to serve by the competent authority. Subsection 7A, officers and members to be subject to the Pakistan Army Act 1952. Subsection 1, every officer and members of the force shall, unless he is already so subject, be subject to Pakistan Army Act 1952, hereafter in this chapter referred to as this act. Subsection 2, the force commander shall in respect of all officers and members of the force have all the powers conferred by or under the act on an officer empowered to convene a general court martial. Subsection 3, subject to subsection 2, the federal government may be general or special order direct by what authority and jurisdiction, powers of duties incidental to the operation of the provisions of the act shall be exercised by performed in respect of the force. 7B, consequence of sentence of imprisonment, an officer or member of the force who is sentenced to imprisonment for a term which is not less than 90 days shall be deemed to have been dismissed from the force. 7C, suspension, any officer shall be competent to suspend in the prescribed manner a member of the force working under him for any misconduct remissness or negligence in the discharge of his duties. Subsection 7D, place of imprisonment if a member of the force sentenced under the act to imprisonment for a term shorter than 90 days is also dismissed from service, he shall be imprisoned in the nearest prison or such other prison as the federal government may, by journal or special order, direct. But if he is not so dismissed, he may be confined in a quarter guard or such other place as the force commander may consider suitable. Subsection 7E, capture of deserters. Whenever any person subject to the act desert, the chief security officer shall give written information of the desertion to such civil authorities as in his opinion may be able to afford assistance towards the capture of the deserter, and such authorities shall thereupon take step for the apprehension of the said deserter in like manner as if he were a person for whose apprehension a warrant had been issued by magistrate, and shall deliver the deserter when apprehended into the custody of the force. Subsection 2, any police officer may arrest without warrant any person whom he reasonably believes to be subject to the act and deserter or absentee without leave, and bring him without delay before the nearest magistrate to be dealt with according to law. Subsection 7F, appeal and supervision in all cases decided by the Deputy Director, Chief Security Officer or any other officer. A person aggrieved may within 30 days of the order appeal to the officers higher than the one awarding the punishment. Subsection 2A, person aggrieved by an order of the force commander awarding any punishment may within 30 days of the order apply to the federal government for revision. Subsection 7G, appointment of officers and other members of the force. Subsection 1, the federal government may by notification in the official gazette appoint a deputy director and such members of assistant director, chief security officers and assistant security officers as it may think fit. Subsection 2, the force commander may appoint within the cadre strength sanctioned by the federal government such members of inspector, sub-inspector, assistant sub-inspector, selection grade security guards and security guards as he may consider necessary for the efficient performance of the functions of the force. The rank structure of the officers. Subsection 3, the rank structure of the officers and other members of the force vis-a-vis the Pakistan Army shall be such as may be prescribed by rule. Chapter 5, Section 8, indemnity. No suit, prosecution or other legal proceeding shall lie against any person for anything which is in good faith done or intended to be done under this act or rules or regulations. Section 9, delegation of power by the federal government. The federal government may by notification in the official gazette delegate all or any of its power under this act except those under section 11 to the force commander or such officer as it may deem fit. Section 10, delegation of powers by force commander. The force commander may by notification in the official gazette and with the prior approval in writing with the federal government delegates all or any of his power under the rule for the efficient functioning of the force to any officer or authority subordinate to him. Section 11, power to make rule. The federal government may by notification in the official gazette make rule. Subsection A, regulating the function and powers of the officers. B, regulating the classes and grades of and the remuneration and award to be paid to the officers and members of the force and conditions of service. C and D omitted. E, generally for the purpose of carrying into efficient the provision of this act. Section 12, power to make regulation. The force commander may by notification in the federal gazette and with the approval of the writing of the federal government, make regulations consistent with this act and the rules for carrying out the purpose of this act. Section 13 repeal the Airport Security Force Ordinance 1975, Act Ordinance 7 of 1975 is hereby repealed. Today I discuss the Airport Security Force Act 1975. The Airport Security Force is a department which is functioning under the Aviation Division of Central Government, Federal Government of Pakistan, and functioning its duties or performing its duties at all airports in the civil jurisdiction of Pakistan. In next lecture we will bring another act for you, so stay tuned with this channel.